This is my first Facebook Marketplace deal. The prices are wrong. I bought this in June 28th, 2022. So there's that. I was looking for, more vehicles to buy Pokemon cards. I was buying eBay lots. This first edition binder, basically a binder of full edition cards, first edition cards, was the guy initially didn't want to give it to me, even though we agreed to it. But before I talk about that, let's talk about how this journey went. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace for some people who were trying to sell collections, and then I came across this probably the only collection being sold, like instead of like the Pokemon, like literal side hustle businesses that were selling like packs and stuff from Facebook Marketplace. This is like a picture of a bunch of cards on it. I don't have the pictures anymore. This was several years ago. And the original video had terrible audio, so which is why I never posted it. But be making it now. This is gonna be a highlight video of basically the highlights of what I got in the lot, and then I'll have another video with a fuller version of all the bulk stuff I got. So initially, I thought it was gonna be a girl. The profile picture was a girl who was honestly very pretty, I thought. But you know, I'm talking to this girl about coming over to buy Pokemon cards, and then I go over and it's a guy. Turns out it was just the guy's girlfriend supposedly. I don't know, but I was mildly disappointed. But I came for Pokemon cards, not to flirt with a girl. And then he had a very clean apartment, very nice, well kept, in a nice area. He probably paid like maybe $2,000 on it. 19, I think he told me like 1,900 or $2,000 for the apartment, and we had a discussion about how he's basically been a reseller selling Pokemon cards, and that's how he makes his money, and he can afford this fairly clean apartment, and his other hobbies that we discussed as well. He had a bunch of things he was also trying to sell as well. His apartment was pretty empty. He had like a ball python, I think, cage. He was trying to sell for like about $100, I think, everything included. He had a couple guns. He wanted to sell maybe a gun for like $900 or $1,300. I can't remember these prices. It's been years. Like a looked like a SMG style gun with like a 9mm pistol handle, and then he had like other cool toys and stuff. I wasn't. I was interested, but wasn't interested in spending more money than I initially thought I would spend. I think his asking was like 1,300 down to 1,100 to 900, and then finally 800 or $824, which we will get into. It was actually pretty fun negotiating. We were discussing about other things. His house, not house, his hobbies, which was he goes off roading, and he showed me his garage and stuff. And I think he was just trying to familiarize me. I think he's like a salesperson, like the way he talks. I think getting to know me and stuff. And then like he had some ATVs. He actually had a lot of cool things in his garage in an apartment complex, which was interesting because there was a parking lot, and then I didn't realize there was also his apartment was connected to a personal garage as well with his car and his ATVs. He asked me if I wanted to go. I did. Honestly, I was pretty interested. I thought he was a fun dude to hang out with, personally. He wanted to go off roading, kind of expensive to be honest. It was like 150, 250 or something. I forgot what the entry fee was, but I would have liked to do that. I don't know. We never talked ever again, even though he said he would like hit me up about that. But that is what it is, I guess. I don't think he was that interested in being friends. Maybe he was. I don't know. We didn't become friends afterwards. So we're negotiating. I'm looking at all his stuff. He has a lot of stuff. I probably should have got more negotiated a bit harder on this, but it was a all in all, I think it was a fairly fair deal, I guess. Maybe more fair on his end. Looking at the prices for a total of $824. I guess I don't have to pay shipping, but I did drive and spend my time there, which was a lot of time. So it took negotiation was like a couple of hours, 2 or 3, I think, honestly. So we finalized everything I wanted to get, which was basically like 90% of his collection. I probably could have asked more. I probably should have asked more for more because a lot of the cards, going through them closer were, not in the highest quality. A lot of them were in moderate to play conditions, like this Espeon here, who's got quite a bit of white markings. But there was a lot of cool stuff in it. I didn't know exactly what it was regarding. He said it was like 7,000 to 8,000 cards, but it turns out it's only like 5,000, 6,000, which is the first time I've ever been under or over estimated, I guess. Most of the time is underestimated or literally the amount of cards, at least on eBay, from the lots I got from eBay, but we're eyeballing it. So I didn't know exactly how many cards it looked like. Personally, I should have known. It looked kind of under what he was saying, but I couldn't like debate him on it, or at least I probably could have counted cards and then measured it like that, but I probably should have done that, to be honest. I don't know. It's my first time negotiating anything really, so I don't know how negotiation goes. I'm still learning quite a bit. Yeah, it was fun. We wrote down everything. He wrote down everything I wanted, and then we're really debating on the price because really didn't think it was worth as much as he said. I think he wanted like 1,300 initially, and then it went down to like 1,100 to 900. And good thing I kept negotiating down because going over the prices. I think it was a valuate valuation wise probably around that 700 to $900 range in terms of value. So he also had a slot machine, and he said, I think 500 if I could get three of the symbols straight. And I played it. I think I had like a trial one of it. It was like a manual thing, so it was like skill based. It wasn't random. It's not digital, so it's like you could manually see the rolling, and it's tangible. So I was like calculate. I was working overtime, mental overtime calculations in like timings to get the slot machine. I hit the first picture. I forget what picture it was. We can say cherries if you want, or like an ace, diamond, whatever. I hit the second picture. Yo, my timing was on point for that second picture because I landed the second picture, and he said, and we were pretty hyped at that point. Like we were like, I don't know, my heart was pounding too fast, and he said he's never seen that happen before already at that point. I don't know how many people tried this slot machine thing, but I got two images, and I almost had third image. I missed it by literally a tenth of a second, I think, because you could see the image on top of the image, it landed on. Like you could see the three images, like the top one and the bottom one and the middle one. I missed it by like a tenth of a second. I was so disappointed. And I don't know if he was disappointed or really happy, but I don't know. It was a emotional moment, I suppose. And no one cried or anything. It's like I was just disappointed. But so we start gathering my stuff. We agreed $800, and then we're gathering all the stuff on the list that he had written down himself, and then we can come to I grabbed the first edition binder, and he's like, "Wait, that wasn't part of the deal," and I'm like, "Yes, it was. We talked about it for like 20 minutes about this being part of the deal, and you wrote it down on your paper." He looks at the paper. He's like in disbelief. He's like, "Wait, I wrote that down?" I'm like, "You wrote that down?" It's like he doesn't talk for like a minute. He like looks up and down. It's like, "Damn, I wrote that fucking shit down." It's like, "Yeah, you did." We didn't say that, but like, he really didn't want to give me the first edition binder. And that's basically what would have made the deal fair. So we're like negotiating again. Not really negotiating, just arguing, I guess. Civilly arguing that I'm taking this because it was part of the deal. We like we like played the game, the slot machine game. We literally put it on the side of the table of like what I'm taking. And like at the end of the day, he gave it to me. So I grabbed a bunch of the stuff, gathered up, not grabbed, but I gathered, and he helped me load it into my car. It was a bunch of stuff too, so it was kind of hard to carry with one person, but yeah, it was good, cool. First time negotiating, in a location, in like someone's house, someone's apartment, and I thought it was really interesting and fun. I would do it again. Even if I were to have paid a little bit more, I think I would have been fine. I'm still a little disappointing. I feel like I should have negotiated harder about it, even though I was already there for 2 or 3 hours just talking. Yeah, it was fun. It was a learning experience. Get to know people. I would do it again. I'm not too nervous about getting robbed, even though he literally had like 2 guns in his closet and was like holding them. I don't know if I held them, but I was like, cool. Well, he wanted to sell one, so I I would like to have a gun, but like I ain't going to arrange anytime soon, or am I gonna spend like $900 or 300? I forget how much he wanted to sell the gun for. But I'm not scared. I live in a pretty nice area. No one's shooting each other here. Not too many people, at least. So I'm not too worried. I guess that's a privilege that I do have, a luxury, I guess, being in this area that I do live in. So yeah, it was fun. You can watch the rest of the video, and I might put music on for the rest of the video here, so that you have something to look at. But this is basically the highlights. So all the wares, the reverse follow foils. A lot. There isn't that many high value cards, really, realistically, at all. So yeah, see you. here's all the cards, the entire collection here for $824. So I'll get started. There is 702 cards, the way I counted was 39 seats times 9 cards per seat times 2 for front and back. 702, 252, 541 energies, 9 like disgusting or good cards, 391
restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab?
full cards,
Slippery surface to heart attack.
30 cards that are sleeved, that's like side to side, and then 128 where they're not necessarily rares, but 128 single sleeve cards, 1380 of these sleeve packs of 10, and like these
all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it.
1503 of things that are not protected at all, which comes to a total of 4,937 cards. I was expecting 7,000, so this is the first time that I got underestimated in the amount of cards. Every single time I got overestimated, so this is the first time. But this is also the first time I bought cards off Facebook Marketplace. And out of those, there was 1,114, not necessarily rares, because I counted this too. And like the old cards, like just old cards that he had that were sleeved up, and I didn't bother taking out the sleeve. Like a promo, not necessarily rare. The Spurs hollows are not necessarily. So it's like rares in the first one. This one's pure miscellaneous cards. So here's the binder. I reorganized the binder, so I got my Gold Star, Celebi, and Skarmory here. So I basically just put all the rares, reverse hollows here, and I took out all the doubles and then spread them out as well. So the cards that spread out, there's a few spots, and there's a few of them, just so I can just keep track of the cards. So here's the binder. The cards I could fit there. So like half of old cards, I'm talking about like Rocks Honest, it's not necessarily a rare, but this is probably the binder I didn't really like to organize it too much. I didn't count this actually. Yeah, that's the entire collection. Experience negotiating was pretty fun. I don't think I got the best deal. I think if I were to, he recommended reselling these cards, but if I checked like the prices of the rare and if they were all lightly played or like market price or whatever, I would probably just break even.
How to run the race. Every move was on the page.
It
But I
wasn't
didn't
the
like
best
their
deal,
way. Had to fight and misbehave.
that's a lot of time
Had
if
to
I were
find a
to
way to
sell
change.
cards.
Had to leave
Like
to
if you
find
have
my way.
time and energy and
Got up in
shipping
the day.
costs,
I be in my
like
mind up
packaging,
almost
shipping,
daily. So I
labor.
pass
So the
time, no
deal
opinions safely. It's how I understand what I
was,
want in this place. See, because everybody wanna tell you bad
not as
things.
good
What could go
as
wrong?
I would
Nothing
like,
brings
but
but success is a finicky thing.
for the
Need to make
value
sure
of
you know
the
it ain't
cards,
for
probably like it depends on who you ask. I calculated probably around $800 market prices, but not all the cards are like you pay like. They have creases on them, and the bulk, like on some cards are just sell. Even if I were to sell them, they wouldn't sell. So it's okay. I got a few cards I was just Celebi, first edition Skarmory, Serious, which I saw in the pictures. So I'm happy with that. Like I don't think I got royally screwed, but it was okay.
I don't have to plan it. I can go change my fate.